Happy time to all of you. I myself, Vice Srinivas Rao, working as an assistant professor in the Department of EEE, Vignan Foundation for Science, Technology and Research. I will be the instructor for this course in your second year first semester, that is Electrical Circuit Analysis. So first of all, what may be the prerequisite for this course? The prerequisite is nothing but already you have covered the course in your first year, that is BEEE. That analysis is sufficient to cover this course in a successful manner. Before going to this course, at present, this introduction introduction to this course, I will cover where and when this course is applicable, at which situations this course may not be applicable. So this electrical circuit analysis, so everything is an electromagnetic waves. But in this course, we will not analyze as an electromagnetic wave. Rather than electromagnetic wave, we will approach as a signals. That is true only in a particular sense. Only at a particular aspects only it will be true. The first unit deal with analysis, DC circuits as well as AC circuits. DC, as well as you are familiar, the frequency is 0. In AC circuits, particularly for this course, we are interested at the power frequency, that is 50 Hz. So that circuits deals DC and AC circuits, we will analyze with a technique for analyzing, that is mesh and nodal analysis, that we will cover in a shortly. The students means you can acquire analyzing of every circuit without going in a reduction manner. For whatever the circuit you have taken, for that circuit you are going to analyze. What do you mean by analyze? Suppose say a resistor circuit is there, the voltage and current, those two things you need to find out in a particular branch. Rather than in a particular branch, you need to find out all these two things, analyzing aspect. So that type of analysis is required. That is the meaning of your analyzing of a circuit. The analyzing of a circuit means voltage and currents at every node and every branch you need to find out. So the typical circuit analysis, that is mesh and node analysis, we will cover in this unit, as well as the super mesh and super node also we will cover. So basically, what is an electrical circuit? What is an electric circuit? So electric circuit is nothing but interconnection of sources and electrical components. Means sources also comes as a component. So the combining of these two things in a circuit. So the Wikipedia answer is a little bit I have given there the manner, but this much connection, this much remembering method is not required. Just an electric circuit means the interconnection of your sources and electrical components. So what are the sources? Sources can generate the energy. That's practically those sources we will see in a particular analysis, means the summarizing of that source we will keep here. So the equivalent of your sources. So the equivalent of your PV cell, the equivalents of your hydro energy, the equivalent part we will represent with a small source representing with the voltage levels and its practical aspect, equivalent impedance like equivalent resistance for a battery, that we will see. That is nothing but your representation of your source in your circuit. The components, electrical components, resistor, inductor, capacitor, we will go with the ideal analysis and all these things in this course. So first of all, I will introduce a term here, lumped circuit abstraction. What do you mean by this abstraction? So to understand this circuit abstraction, first of all, look at it, the circuit here, which a battery is there. That battery is connected across a bulb, lighting bulb. This is your physical circuit is this one, a battery and your bulb. You have connected that one. That means your circuit is formed, a practical circuit is formed. For analyzing purpose, I cannot represent a bulb directly. So the equivalent applicable of your bulb, lighting bulb, I need to represent that electric bulb with an abstraction. So the fundamental abstraction, that bulb also you have ignited at the bulb also you have connected at a battery. That battery is nothing but your DC, the frequency is 0. So the lumped nature of your bulb I need to represent. Here I have represented the actual physical circuit in a circuit abstraction manner. That physical, whatever you are seeing, that battery, that also I have represented only with a ideal DC source. I am not considered the equivalent resistance also, series resistance, because if you see the battery, if you measure the voltage, definitely a terminal drop is there. That representation I have not considered. I have considered simple ideal analysis, ideal representation of your battery to your DC source. And also that bulb, lighting bulb is there, that I have represented with the resistance. So your physical circuit is this one. The circuit abstraction we are represented in this one. We will analyze a circuit abstraction. The analysis we will do in a lumped circuit abstraction. What do you mean by lumped then? Lumped is basically whatever you are seeing as a wave, electromagnetic waves. That analyzing any electromagnetic wave circuits, we will having many persons have contributed. Maxwell have united all these things. There is a Maxwell's equations are there. So to analyze a physical circuit with the Maxwell's equation, we cannot that circuit analysis is a tremendous and we cannot solve. As an engineering purpose, we need that analyzing particularly for this circuit in electrical point only. We cannot can model for other analysis. We will represent only electrical model wise. That physical circuit also we will analyze only from electrical aspect. That to electrical aspect we cannot consider as a waves approach also. We will represent this one. So the complete course electrical circuit analysis only deal with lumped circuit, lumped sources and your lumped elements only. So what is the other aspect of your lumped? Means what is the term coined against to your lumped is your distributed manner. So whatever may be the electromagnetic waves travel with the speed of light. That analysis we will go this one. So this physical circuit also should be smaller in size, then only we will consider as a lumped element. So as an electrical engineer, we are only interested on simplified models. So your lighting bulb is there. If you consider incandescent bulb, inside also a vacuum is there, and also it is having some lifetime process. That analysis is not required. Only the analysis which we will require for the analysis purpose is representing of your bulb with an equivalent resistance. So your resistance you can find out for any bulb by taking the bulb with the voltage it was rated, and they will represent in a watts. So you can easily find out from their equivalent resistance. R is nothing but V by I. That resistance only we will term into this one. So I have considered all the points here, highlighted points. This equivalent circuit abstraction cannot tell you your lifetime of your bulb. This will only tell how much power it is consuming from the battery. That's all. So this resistor model can consider only that aspects. For an example, the resistor model cannot go for this one, whether how much cost is there, how much all this one. The model which you have represented as an electrical circuit model, that is nothing but your bulb you have represented with a equivalent resistance. That is nothing but your lumped. This is your waveform, electromagnetic waveform. From your point of your source, from your point the source is originating. Electric field and magnetic field are not separable in any point of the time. It is travel. Those are nothing but your perpendicular. Under the electro nature, wave is traveling in one direction to other sides in a 3D motion. One is in electric field in one direction and magnetic field will be in 90 degrees to that one. In a spatial manner, the wave is traveling. So here you can find out the wavelength of this electromagnetic wave. If your physical circuit length is lesser than this wavelength of this electromagnetic wave, then you can find out, you can separate you can represent with a signal approach rather than as a wave approach. If your physical length is large compared to your wavelength of this wave, then you need to go in your lumped circuit abstraction. Then this circuit analysis theory will not be applicable. Then you need to deal only with a Maxwell's way of approaching. Here, when your physical length of the circuit and the elements are also lumped, means that your physical length of your circuit is lesser than the wavelength of this electromagnetic wave which you have considered, then you can go with your lumped circuit abstraction. So your electrical circuit analysis is completely applicable only to lumped circuits only, because in your lumped circuit abstraction, Maxwell's equations also written in an algebraic form like Kirchhoff's currents law and Kirchhoff's voltage law and Ohm's law. These things are applicable here, and we will analyze the thing in a sophisticated, in a simple manner, not sophisticated, not complicated. In a simple manner, we can analyze the circuits rather than in a distributed element, distributed things. I cannot analyze in a simple manner. I can consider in the wave approach there. Here I can consider in a simple signal approach here. So that's what I mean. Here the physical circuit, whatever we have the points, the points are illustrated here. The physical circuit must be smaller in dimension than the wavelength of the light at the highest operating frequency. What is your operating frequency? The operating frequency is nothing but your way of interest at this frequency. In your electronic circuits, you can operate the circuits in megahertz and gigahertz manner. Whereas in your electrical circuit, we will go with the power frequency. The source, the transmission, the power level transmission is itself, the frequency is 50 Hz. Here, see the equation F into lambda is equal to C. For any electromagnetic wave, frequency into wavelength is equal to the speed of the light. Any electromagnetic wave will travel with the speed of light, that is fixed. That is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. That is the speed of the light. And the frequency, what is the frequency you need to substitute is the frequency which you are analyzing, which you are feeding to that circuit, that frequency you need to consider. And lambda you can find out from this equation for any type of circuit. I have represented here, if the physical length is lesser than the wavelength, then the information travel is instantaneous. So rather than a wave approach, I can approach in a signal manner. And where this circuit will fail, your circuit, your power frequency, suppose say at I have represented the cases where your circuit theory will be applicable and where the circuit theory may be fail. If the power level, suppose say for an example, the circuits operating in a vacuum air, I have represented for some power frequencies, I have found out the wavelength, the corresponding frequencies and wavelength I have found out, and I have given here. For 1 kHz, your physical circuit will be lesser than 300 km. Like that 1 GHz, 300 millimeter is sufficient. If your circuit is, the physical circuit at 1 GHz is lesser than 300 millimeter, then this lumped circuit abstraction and your circuit theory will be applicable. If your physical dimension is more than the 300 millimeter at your 1 GHz, then this circuit theory will not be applicable. And also the power frequencies at 50 Hz, your transmission level, there also you need to analyze this thing in a wave approach, in a distributed manner. Lumped manner will not be applicable. That's what your second paragraph meaning. Even the circuit level at 5, this point I have applicable only when this circuit theory may be fail. At these two aspects I have given an example where your circuit theory may fail. So we have covered here where your circuit theory is applicable, that is your lumped manner. In distributed manner I cannot applicable, that in your distributed manner, in your distributed circuits you can approach in a wave approach and by taking the Maxwell's equations into account. Whenever you have termed, if you taken as a lumped circuit, the following rules will be applicable, that is KCL and KVL will be applicable. So this I have coined here where your circuit theory or network theory. The famous one is some of the universities may be offered as a network theory and some universities may be offered as a circuit theory. whole soul of these theories will be taken as your lumped circuits and lumped elements only. So final understanding of these slides is nothing but the circuit theory is only applicable to your lumped circuits. So where this course can be applicable? So we are studying something. I can teach some nodal analysis, some mesh analysis. Where exactly this information will be useful to you in your further courses, further semester courses. Suppose say the example is I have taken three-phase induction motor. So three-phase induction motor construction is different, how the winding is there, all these aspects is different. This complete circuit of a three-phase induction motor, whenever you are analyzing, that we will represent it in a equivalent circuit diagram. The diagram, that equivalent circuit diagram I have represented. The deals, the inherent, the complete details will be covered in a separate course. What my intention is, whatever may be the semester courses, you are represented your physical circuits into your equivalent circuit abstraction, means the circuit is different and whatever we have modeled and whatever we are dealing is different. Physical circuit is this one, your three-phase induction motor, but in your electrical term, whenever you are analyzing, we will go with the equivalent circuit approach. Okay, that equivalent circuit approach also we have represented all the things in a lumped elements only, and there I can apply circuit theory can be applicable in your equivalent circuit, and there I can analyze, I can find your stator current, I can find your rotor current, where I cannot go in a physical circuit. So your physical circuit is represented in your lumped circuit abstractions, and there I can apply the nodal analysis to find out your whatever maybe the analysis of your circuit can be applicable here, and you can analyze what are the currents were flowing and voltage developed and how much power is converted from your electrical side to rotor side, all these aspects. So I have taken an example, your physical circuit, whatever may be the physical circuits which you are seeing, that equivalently we will represent an electrical circuits, and there the analysis will be applicable.